What is up, subscribe to all channels except his. So yeah, today we are going to be doing a selfie frame. And so it's Halloween themed because this is the month of October. And so right now she's gonna have like a little cardboard face, so like people's face can go in, and then we're gonna design it all. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get down the camera so you can see what she's doing, or whatever you want to call it.
Jeremiah.
I don't know if that's good. I can't really see.
We're making this for our
See, you can barely see the circle.
And this one.
But I'm at the line, but that's the best I can show you, guys.
All right, using this tray that we had around the house.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Using this football tray that we had around the house.
Yeah.
Seemed like a nice idea to make the frame so that it's not so flat and stagnant like something like this would have made. A little curved, but not as nice and unique as this one. So look around your house, see what you may have. Other than that, just a normal, well, not normal, but a ruler if you want it to just be straight. So we're going to zoom out for a minute, and we're going to try a hot knife to get this to pull out nice and even. And we'll be right back as soon as it heats up.
No,
Look around your
We are back, and she's gonna be drilling. Actually, I think that kind of got messed up. I don't know if that got messed up. No. Is it good? Because, like, it started over the timer.
We'll just keep going.
Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. If it didn't, we could just add the video together because it'll be, like, 2 parts to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be using the Hot Marks hot knife, and this has quite a few tips. I'm going with what is the pencil tip. Unfortunately, I don't have very much experience using it, but I'm very glad to have it today. And it comes in a kit, so you can use whatever is of your best choice with your angling and your writing skills. And again, that's the Hot Marks hot knife.
Nice.
And the board that we're using is a foam board. And we just found it simply at the Dollar Tree.
And we're using a roller.
And it's a foam. And we could use a regular knife, but it's my understanding from just listening to other viewers is that the hot knife is going to help make these lines that have been templated go very smoothly. Now, mindful we are on a glass table, so this mat that you saw earlier, we're going to use underneath just in case it goes through. We do not want to scar the table. So
Or break anything.
Or break. So it's not large enough, so we'll be moving it through as we go. Underneath, of course, underneath the foam board, not in between the tray. I've decided to stay with the tray so that we can make everything nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Actually, we bought a
Roller.
piece of something from Home Depot. Let's try that. Let's grab it out the bag, and I think if we can go up against that, it'll be a little easier than putting a hot knife up against the plastic tray.
Namaste.
So we'll grab that.
What do we do?
Namaste.
And of course, cautious that children
12 and under.
12 and
12
under
and under.
should not be using a
Yeah.
hot knife.
Yeah, that's a really
Not sure if
important.
this is turned on or not. But
That's a really important, guys. Please don't do it. This is really important. I'm not kidding. Don't do it at home or if you're all by yourself. Whatever. Bye.
good tip, Jeremiah. Thank you very much. And we're just waiting on the hot knife to warm up.
Yeah, we're sorry.
And we will pick back up from there.
Yeah, but we're
So
not
guys,
gonna.
yeah, we'll be back.
Bye.
We're back with this part, and she is using this.
I
And
am using from the Home Depot what's called a paint shield. It's 12 inches. They had some that were longer, but the purpose of me buying this was to go up against the hot knife so that it does not burn on anything plastic. And I'm thinking the hot knife is not on. We're on a power strip here. And we'll give it a flip and come back across. Meanwhile, while it's warming up, I'm just going to test it in these grooves to see how it might work. And I'm thinking it's going to do a really, really great job for us. Fortunately, by this being foam board,
It's going to be pretty hard, right?
it's going to be pretty hard, but the lines, the definition of the lines are very, very clear in here. And Jeremiah's just bringing in a few props that we're going to attempt to use in decorating this foam board. And we're going to just know that creativity with it will be endless. So everything will be up to each user's design and desire. Of course, this is kindergarten, so we don't want it to be too spooky, too scary. We're not here to create nightmares. We want to create fun memories.
Yeah, something like that.
Or if we want to tell a little joke, foam memories.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Just bad. That's wrong.
It's just a
Am I
bad
going to
one.
have to edit it and put bad puns?
Oh no!
Bad-
You said my
bad
name. You said Jeremiah's just bringing stuff.
Put that down.
You
Jeremiah.
said it.
Jeremiah, we love you, and we just want you to know you're a special part of this family.
No, you said it on YouTube.
But it's fine, Jeremiah.
We say your name all the time on YouTube. Your nickname is literally on YouTube.
Okay, for some reason, this is heating up fairly slow, so we're going to take another pause, and I'm going to get my
Yeah.
knife. I'm going to get my knife, and we're going to try to cut it with the straight edge knife, okay? So we'll be back.
And we're gonna get some little scissors. Bye.
Guys, and she's going to go ahead and finish up her tips.
Okay, a couple of other tools. One is a bone folder.
Real quick, she'll finish, but there might be two separate parts to this because I don't know what's happening with the editing and the stopping and stuff. So there might be like a more than one part to this. So yeah, but she's gonna go ahead and finish up. I'm just an assistant, so.
All right, just so that we ensure that we're very careful with this because we do want it to be nice and smooth and we don't want to make any mistakes. I do want to point out that we took the top a little bit higher. This is going to be our baseline where we're going to have more decorating abilities down here. So this would be the bottom of the frame. This tray was not centered. It was made to go higher. So there's a shorter border at the top, and I can measure that in the end. I have what's called a jiffy cutter, and we're gonna try that as a compact carton cutter. And the bone folder is working out very nicely. However, I just don't want to run the risk of having to smooth too much. We did purchase from the Home Depot a very cool knife. Has its own safety sleeve, very important for little ones. And yeah, it's just got a straight edge razor in it, which is very cool because this is very replaceable. And I am proud of that because I didn't realize that this is what type of knife this was. So super cool. So just making it a little bit more definable with the bone cutter. We did purchase sandpaper because now I'm realizing that this will need to be sanded for evenness, and it looks like this is already pretty well cut. This knife is doing an excellent job following inside the grooves. I can feel it touching the mat underneath, and it is just making a very impressive cut to me. And this is something that you want to take your time with because it just looks like one wrong slip of the knife can cause you some problems that, like I just did, I did not follow the curve, but that's fine. It didn't cut through, so I'm going to push the tray back, allowing me to follow the bend of the tray. And now that I'm looking at this, I may not have even needed the pencil drawing. I could have just used this, cutting alongside the tray. And again, as I mentioned earlier before, you want to make sure you're pushing your mat. If you have a larger one, that's great. But if you don't, you want to be mindful of cutting through because that's exactly what I'm doing, is cutting through onto the table. And I believe I mentioned sandpaper earlier. So we're going to have to sand out these center pieces.
Here's the sandpaper, by the way. It's
Right.
in
It
a
looks
box.
like a brownie.
It looks like a brownie.
It smells not like brownies. It's like squishy as a brownie.
Brownie.
And we
It's
got
kinda
some really, really cool things from the Dollar
Smells
Tree
like
to
that.
decorate this. And I'm pretty proud of that at this point because of one, the endless possibilities, but secondly, the few glitches that I'm making along the way will be able to be nicely camouflaged. Watch the hot knife, please, son.
Sorry.
Look, I'm trying to read this.
I forgot it was over there.
Mm-hmm. Easy to do. Safety tip.
Yep, safety tip.
All right.
This is a thing we draw on mostly.
You might. Whoa,
Think.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, please, son.
whoa.
All
I'm
right,
watching
again,
you.
position your mat so that you don't run into any
Wait,
flaws
wait,
in
real
your...
quick. I want to make sure the table wasn't messed up at all. We're good. We're good, guys.
I think we're good. Okay.
We're good.
In order to stay good, we're going to have to just make sure we position it properly here again. So, quite a few things to be mindful of as you're cutting. One, first and foremost, is the safety.
Safety is the most
goes-
important thing you can use.
Boss Pizza hates me.
Do you?
And as you already know, having competition in the house keeps things even more creative. So,
Yeah.
The Boss Pizza.
Sure. Stop.
You stop.
okay, so we're moving right along, guys. I'd hate for people who are viewing my channel for the first time to think that my children have behavioral issues because they do not.
Hey.
And the tolerance for such things is pretty low. So, we'll move on along and
We are back. So I'm sorry. This is our first time kind of doing this, but hey, it still looks good. Jeremiah, stop pulling it. Don't worry. We're gonna sand it out, and it's gonna look way better. So all those like white spaces you can see, it's gonna all go away because she's just gonna sand it out. And you need some sandpaper to do it, and we're not gonna videotape the sandpaper part, but we will come back and videotape. The We'll come back and videotape all the designs. So go ahead and do a tiny little sign off.
well, I think with it being black, the frame, it's showing a little bit more imperfections than if it had been just the all white frame, which I did purchase as well as a backup. So we're just going to clean this up, make it look a little bit more finished, but wherein we are not able to do that, we're going to use the decorations to just make it look nice. And again, it's for kindergarten and it's just going to be perfect. Hold it up, Jeremiah, show them how it's going to look.
It's just another.
And then it'll be like decorated in the
yeah,
face.
like.
And guys, this is the sandpaper we're using, Mom. You know how to present it. and stuff.
Sandpaper by 3M, it's for drywall. It's a fine point kind of grid, and it may just be a little too rough. You can rinse and reuse or use it wet or dry. It may be too much, but we're going to try it. And again, where it does not clean up nice, we're just going to use decorations and make it look nice. This is the centerpiece that came out. Can also double as some type of design or 3D dimension on there if you feel like cutting some more or not. And hang on to your leftovers. You never know what you may be able to use them for. This could double as a smaller selfie frame going this way. So be careful with your scraps and supplies. I know they can overtake your house. I'm guilty of it. But some little leftovers are golden, okay? We'll be back.
Hey guys, this is gonna be like our screensaver. Jeremiah, come get in. Get in this. Get in this. Wait, put it down in there.
Guys, I'm sorry.